Okay, guys, it's like there's two gospels being preached right now.
I don't think that there's any gospel being preached. I don't. This world wouldn't allow it anyway. But, you have the people that follow the prosperity version, which does great for them. They become successful. That's how, that's what Trump's listened to his whole life. And in order to do that, you have to disregard a ton of things that Jesus said, okay? But that's worked for him. Not going to take away from it. I disagree with it because I don't think you can pick and choose which parts of Jesus' word you're going to stand on. But he doesn't believe in Jesus being, the center of everything either. He can't really, too, because of the fact that there's the separation of church and state. Clearly, there's a reason for separation of church and state. But he did cross the line. And I hate saying it. I do. I hate saying it. It makes me want to cry saying it. Because I've supported him for 8 years. But when you and all the Republicans pushed your ceremony down our throats of Charlie Kirk, and some of us did not support his views at all. And yeah, you could say, but he had a right to say it. He was the only one that was given the right to say anything, though. So you can't pick and choose who you're going to allow to say things and then use that bullshit excuse. You stood by, you let tech do whatever the hell they want to average Americans every single day. And then when you turn around, you Republicans, and act like that, you're being persecuted. No, me, a Christian who's been a Republican my whole life, had to endure your ceremony and your worship of a man that wasn't Jesus Christ. And that is what you did. And since then, you have pushed it down everybody's throat. So no gospel is being preached. Some false prophet is being pushed down everybody's throat. And because the Trumps did not want to recognize their conflict of interest, they allowed that ordeal to take place. And you want to call it freedom of speech because you give free rein to the media to push their religion and their false god down our throats. So there is no gospel being preached. This stuff going on with that people have to say that they're Charlie. Okay, this is the same bullshit that the left did with say her name, except the right's doing it, which is why for years I've said the radical left is the radical right. And you pushed your ceremony, your ritual down everyone's throat. So you crossed the line with church and state. There is no gospel. You have preachers draping themselves in the American flag as if that's the God. So if you think that the true Jesus is on any of your sides, I would say no, he's not. Why would he be? Why? Why would he be? You're demanding everybody say Charlie's name. Nobody wanting to look at the truth of the gospel and disregarding Jesus's words in so many sections where he said, I will protect you from the wicked one. So then when he doesn't, then what should it tell you about Charlie? No, we can't say that, right? But God is about the truth. But then you get the radicals on the left and the right that create their own truth. That isn't based on the Bible, that's based on a bunch of stuff that is just in their own heads. And then this is where we're at. And what does the administration do? Not a thing. It's like it's not even happening, like they don't even care. So look, this is the reason God makes it clear in the Bible. I raise the kings up and I will pull them down. So when this one gets pulled down, and I hate saying that because I never thought he would do this. I never thought he would do stuff like this. And the worst part is he says nothing about it. Why? Because he's been so brainwashed into the prosperity gospel that we never can say anything negative. Then how do you ever talk about what happened to Jesus? And yes, he didn't die. He lived. But he went through a lot of negativity before that. Because it built his character. It built the man he was. He wasn't always a happy warrior. He struggled. He suffered. He saw the wickedness of this world and it pained him. It pained him into every bit of his being. And then can you imagine how much it pains him to see the people push some Charlie name down everybody's throat, or pain him that some prosperity gospel that turned Jesus' word just into motivational speech is what people run with. And all wanting to say that they're Christian. Is anybody Christian? Is anybody about Jesus Christ? Nope, they're about a false holy father. They're about, you have to say Charlie Kirk's name. They're about Joseph Smith. They're about everything but Jesus. It's never just about Jesus. So there is no gospel. There's no true gospel being spoken.